Alright. I am sorry that it has been a hot minute and I kind of look like a mess. It's been a crazy month. Been slowly transitioning, moving into my parents' house. We obviously haven't finished that yet, and it's probably going to be a little bit before we can, but that's just semantics. It's just to explain, the new room. Oh my gosh, my hair is a mess. Ugh, don't mind me. But yeah, I am sorry I've not posted a video in a long ass time, and that this video is getting recorded and posted via my phone because my camera is back at the other house. Yay, of course it is. But anyway, today I want to talk about a show that I actually watched last month, so like the beginning of April, and that is called Vox Machina. Now, I knew about the people who created Critical Role. I knew about them. I've never really watched any D&D podcasts or anything, or like D&D streams and whatnot. I don't know. I've really watched it. I played Pathfinder. I have a video on my channel from a few years back. Can't remember exactly when, but I'll try to remember to link it up somewhere here. But I have that video talking about my first experience with Pathfinder. I haven't gained much experience since then because we just haven't had the time and people to really play Pathfinder. But anyway, continuing on. So Vox Machina, like, I knew about Critical Role. I didn't know this show was really a thing, and my husband actually found it while he was on break at work one day at his old job. And he was like, oh, you gotta watch this show. Because essentially what Vox Machina is, for anyone who doesn't know, and it is an Amazon Prime original. So it's only on Amazon Prime. What Vox Machina is it's them basically putting one of their campaigns and making it an animated show. Like their characters, the story, everything has already happened in a campaign, I guess, from my knowledge, and they're just turning it into a show. So that's why there's a lot of things that you can pinpoint if you know D&D to be like, oh, they failed that check or whatever, like, oh, they failed that stealth check or that persuasion or whatever, which makes it, it brings that kind of interesting personality to it because it's not just another fantasy show. You really can feel like that more specific D&D influence, if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't. I probably sound like a crazy person, but whatever, it is what it is. But so I guess they already know what's happening, because I've been curious about that. My husband found out that it was indeed a campaign that they have already done, finished that campaign. So, I guess if you want to know what's going to happen, because it is slated for a season 2, but if you want to know what happens early, just watch that. But back to the actual show. The animation style, it's great. It's very good animation. At least I really enjoyed the style. It's a lot, I believe probably people who worked on Invincible worked on that show, because the animation looks very similar. It looks almost like the exact same, I would say, but not in a bad way. So I'm pretty sure, because Invincible is also an Amazon Prime original, so I'm pretty sure the people who worked on Invincible worked on Vox Machina as well. But, it means it's a good animation. What more can you want? But honestly, the characters, obviously, they are well-written characters, because the people who made them, they were people who, they made their individual characters. They're characters in this group that's been playing D&D forever, so, and there's, I think one of the biggest people who stream and podcasts their D&D game, so, of course, they kind of know what they're doing when it comes to character creation and making very interesting characters. Of course, there's the stereotypes that fit in D&D that exist for a reason, like the bard is very sex crazy and whatnot, and I believe he's a half giant. He is just kind of, you know, I'll punch you first, we'll talk later. He's just all the brawn, no brains. So, yeah, there's, you know, it's the stereotypes, but it's D&D, where all that kind of stuff, you know, the stereotypes, it's just what ends up happening when you tend to play like a bard or, I can't think of what he is. But anyway, it's the stuff that tends to happen when you play as certain classes or races, which, you know, whichever you're falling into. So it's not like it's inherently bad or anything. And the thing is too, the characters, while they may be kind of a lot of those classic tropes, they are still very interesting and entertaining. Like, you're gonna remember the characters. I'm bad at remembering the names of the characters, admittedly, just because, you know, they are more unique and everything. There's one, of course, the bard Scanlan, because he's always saying his name. Of course I remember Scanlan's name. But, you know, there's Percy as well, because he had a whole big arc thing in this season. I won't give too much away in that spoiler, but it's not that the characters themselves are memorable. I'm just bad with the names, mind you, but they're good characters, and you can tell there's a lot of time taken into their backstory and everything by reactions they have to events going on, how they interact with other characters. Like, for instance, there's the brother and sister. So, you know, obviously they will react to things separately, like different from the others, and they have more of that chemistry with each other because they are siblings. They've known each other longer, you know, their whole lives and everything. So they'll even maybe act a little, like, I would say, closer to each other or whatever. So it creates a bunch of interesting character dynamics like that. Honestly, I don't want to give much away in specific details and stories of everything, but how the story is, it's kind of your basic band of rogues gets together, goes to fight a big bad evil, and they go from there and just continue on these adventures. The way if you have any experience with D&D, the way essentially any D&D campaign would kind of work. So I'm personally going to give this show a 9 out of 10. I think it's really great. I love it. I'm excited for season 2. We both are, actually, me and my husband. It's going to be fun to watch. But yeah, I highly recommend you check out the show if you have Amazon Prime. But anyway, that is going to be it for today's video. Let me know if you enjoyed this video by leaving a like. You don't have to, but it helps. Go and leave in the comments if you've seen the show, what your favorite character is. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Every Monday and Friday is review videos, and then Sunday and Wednesday are gameplay videos. All my socials are linked down below: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, vlog channel that I randomly upload to sometimes. But that is going to be it for today, and I will see you all next time. Bye!